Hey guys, what's up? Green Machine Sam back with another video, and today we have another 2K23 roster update guide. Now I know I haven't posted one of these in a while. The views were just down on the videos in general, as well as it took a long time. I was more focusing on 2K24 because of the views and the amount of people that were waiting for that over the 2K23 roster update. Seems like a lot of people have moved on to 2K24, so this one did take a little bit longer to come out, as well as, you know, having to create some of the rookies, add some of the rookies, and all that fun stuff. It did take a little bit longer. Now, I will say this roster isn't as in-depth, right? I don't have all the special teams that I've made on 2K24, and I still don't have some of the two-way guys, and we'll go over that once we get into the roster and stuff. But for the most part, this is a very, very, very good roster. You guys should be able to play it for the next about half year before, of course, the servers get shut down. It's more like only 4.5 months remaining. Yeah, right. August, September, October, November, December. So 5 months that you'll still be able to play with it. About 5.5 months. By the time you guys will see this video. But still, like I said, it's still a very good roster. You guys are still going to be able to play with it and have fun with it and all that fun stuff. But there are some limitations to this roster. Of course, we'll go over a lot of that as well before we hop into things. But let's get things started and get things underway. So this is a PS5 exclusive. I think they finally added the cross-platform file share system to 2K24. I don't think it was on 2K23, so there is that. First and foremost, you will want to head to Options and Features, go to Create Roster, NBA Modern Current, click on the User Created Rosters, and then push triangle, and then search by Online ID. By searching by Online ID brings up all my rosters, and sometimes I have gotten reports that it just says the roster is corrupted, so you will want to just search by my Online ID, which is Green Machine Sam. You should be able to find it down in the description, as well as you should be able to see it on the screen. I should have it in big bold text as I was typing it out as well. You'll want to grab any single one of the top 6. They are all the same. It does not matter which one you grab, per se. And then once you get into the roster, you will see, of course, the players are here. You know, Tyrese Maxey, Paul George signing their extensions, Oubre, Drummond, Lowry, Gordon, Martin, McCain, and then some of the other rookies as well. I think Adem Boone, I think name got changed, so I will have to change that back, of course. Gary Trent going to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, of course, like I said, this roster isn't perfect. I don't have every single player. As you guys can already see, I am missing one for the 76ers. I don't even remember. No, I don't think I am, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm missing a couple people here and there. Now, of course, a lot of these guys I do have to go in and create myself, especially a lot of the undrafted guys, a lot of the lesser known guys are guys that I do have to go in and personally make. Now, of course, if somebody makes a very good copy of a player and puts them out there for the rest of the world to use through the import player DNA section, I will more than gladly use it, and I think going forward I will probably start giving credit to those who do end up making those rookies. I'll write their name down and then, of course, put them in the description and which rookies they made. But then other guys like Trey Jamison that I have to personally create, I go find a player scan, a player face that looks pretty similar, a similar build as well, just in terms of like arm length, right? Because I'm going to have to redo a lot of their height and weights anyway. And then, of course, I go to their draft profile, see who they're kind of reminded of, and, of course, who the scouts are reminded of while watching them. So for Trey Jamison, I did go with, I think, Clark. He doesn't have tattoos in real life, but the head, face, and shape does kind of look similar. So like I said, for some of the guys that are newer to the roster, I do have to do that. I do have to go in and just try to find a similar looking player, and then I'll use their player import and export DNA screen to try to get them going in the correct direction. Same with Zion Poland, and so on and so forth. The teams that I know I still got some players that I still got to make are, of course, the Jazz. I know they're missing one. Actually, Baycott might be on their G League team. And then, of course, one thing that is different in 2K24 than 2K23, of course, is that you do have 3 two-way slots. So a guy like Justin Champagne does get moved down to the G League team for the Wizards. And then, of course, Baycott should be here. Yeah, but he is too high of an overall. I forgot to mess with him so far. So he'll get pushed down to a 66. But like I said, so some of the guys will get pushed down to some of these other teams. Marcus Damask can technically go up to the Bulls since he is on a two-way deal. I know Traquavion Smith is actually with a different team. I'll have a 2K24 video discussing some of the changes that I'm making over there, as well as just some of the other stuff I've been working on, of course. But yeah, I know the Jazz Jazz are pretty much good. I just need to get Baycott moved over. The Kings, I know they're missing 2 guys. I know the Lakers are missing 2. I know the... let's see, who else is missing a couple? The Raptors are missing 1, but it's not as big of a reason. They have already a couple of their guys that I think are pretty fine. And, of course, Ulrich Comanche. And then, of course, the Rockets are missing 2, but I know who those 2 players are. I just got to add them to their G League team as well. Shit, the Spurs still need the guy that they just re-signed back. But, yeah, for the most part, they do have a lot of the correct players, like I said. The only players that are going to be missing are of course, two-way guys and guys that I don't really expect to make the roster anyway, and will probably be on the G League team for the most of their first season at least. So it's not like you're missing anybody super important. You can definitely go ahead and go play your Myers and stuff. It's not missing too many players. I know the Thunder are missing a couple. I know the Timberwolves, I think I'm missing 1 on. So for the most part, and then of course Warriors are missing there too. Well, they're 3 now since they did just sign somebody off of their summer league team, and so on and so forth. Like I said, very, very good roster, like you guys can see here. Gary Trent getting his new contract. I think he actually got a mid-level exception, if I'm not mistaken, but I couldn't find it anywhere where it said what his money was, so we're just going to keep it cheaper for now until it is proven that he is getting that mid-level. Now, I have went ahead and went through and changed a lot of positions and stuff, mainly just to get the either 10 best guys on the court or get a good rotation going of certain players, right? It was just to really solidify the team and make it an easier play, just so that it's just easier on you, and as well as the CPU handles the teams correctly as well. Get spacing, get some of the best players out there, get guys that you're going to want to develop out on the court as well. So there is some changes, of course, in some positions that I just don't agree with. Now, of course, we're in the positionless basketball era. There's not really a position by position, thing out there anymore. You'll see teams run out 3 guards, a power forward in the center. You'll see them run out 4 guards. You'll see them run out 2 guards and 3 wings. You'll see all types of different positions and stuff like that. And of course, one thing that I did get done is the retired jersey numbers as well. I will say I did use Jimbo 2K's method. I did find a better method after the fact, but Jimbo 2K on YouTube is his name. I did use his method. Tweaked it a little bit so that you are able to keep the player stats, of course, because his method didn't include the player stats, but there is a little bit of a workaround to get the player stats. So I ended up using that method. That's the one that I kind of used more than anything. Jimbo 2K's was the baseline, and then I kind of tweaked it in my own way to be able to keep the player stats, because one bad thing with his method was that you would lose the player stats from time to time. So there is that. Like I said, getting the retired jersey numbers, of course, Jalen Williams getting his, and of course, DeAndre Jordan getting his back. I know that was a problem with the last roster that I had to state, was like, hey, I couldn't get the jersey number. It's now there, so you do have that as well. And then, of course, one of the big things happening as of recent is, of course, Russell Westbrook going to the Nuggets. So I still do need to update it for today's stuff. So I got to get Westbrook added to the Nuggets, and then I got to get Sandro Mamu, something like that, added to the, of course, the San Antonio Spurs, as he's going back. And then I got a couple two-way guys that I still want to make. Like I said, I'm going to still be working on this roster. I figured I'd get an update out to you guys so you guys can better understand what's going on with the roster and stuff like that. Now, of course, I'm going to have a lot more information about the 2K24 roster as well here soon. I'm going to be getting a video probably out the day after this. I am slowly working through the scenario. I know a lot of people have been asking for it. I know I said I'd get it out a little bit earlier than this, but then I forgot that, the new NCAA game came out. And to be honest, any little bit of time I've really had has gone towards playing that game. I'm just enjoying it a lot. So I'm just enjoying it while it's fresh and while it's hot. And I've just completely lost track of all my other responsibilities in terms of content creation and roster creation. But that should be coming back. I'll hopefully have a scenario out sometime this weekend. That is one of my main goals. I will say, for anybody wondering, I know there wasn't a whole ton of people watching that content on my channel, but Titans franchise is more than likely done. I don't think I'm going to do a wrap-up or anything. It's just going to be done for now. Well, it's going to be done for a while. I think I'm going to focus on NCAA, and then, of course, Madden coming out in less than a month already now. So I think that's pretty much over, just for anybody unaware. And then, of course, like I said, I'm still working on the 2K24 roster. I'm going to be working on this one still as well. And, of course, I'm going to be working towards the scenario as well. So that's people that want to start in the actual 2024 season with the updated stats from the most previous season. You'll be able to do that and be able to move on and etc. As well, it will just help me out too for being able to play until the new 2K comes out if I do decide to do anything on that. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you guys do enjoy the roster. Like I said, I haven't put as much time and effort into this roster as I have the 2K24 roster. I think I'm just going to kind of let this one die, and then we'll take more care of the next roster, which is the 2K24 roster and the 2K25 roster and stuff like that. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this content. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the roster. But that being said, I'm out. Peace.